it's Violet over here. I have a confession to make, okay? I have been watching the Amber and Johnny Depp trial. I don't know if any of you have been watching it. Let me know what your thoughts are. But today is the last day. Closing arguments will be today. But why am I sharing this? You know, ladies and gentlemen, I've watched the show. I've seen the evidence that has been presented. This woman, this Amber Heard girl, she's going to lose. She's going to lose because she is lying, okay? It's one thing when you just say things, but like when you're in the court of law, you have to prove and you have to show your documents, so to speak. And yes, Johnny Depp, like I think sometimes like when you have the truth on your side, the truth is on your side, and then you couple that with good lawyers, it's amazing. But what is my point? Okay, out here people can just say, people can just make assertions, okay, because nobody is putting them. As Christians, you're just expected, okay, you need to be speaking to the truth, but you know, everybody lies. We know people lie, right? But so people can say whatever they want to say and they're going to get away with it because they're not in a court of law where they have to produce documents and all those things are going to be scrutinized, right? You have to give the reasons, all kinds of things when you're in a court of law. So one thing that Amber Heard said, she got $7 million from divorce settlement with Johnny Depp, and she said that she was going to give the $7 million, split it in half to Los Angeles Children's Hospital, and I think UCLA, another charity organization. And when she was asked on the stand, ladies and gentlemen, did you say that you're going to donate your $7 million? She said, yes, I did. And they asked her, so did you donate the $7 million? She said, well, I pledged. The lawyer says, no, Miss Heard. I ask you, did you donate the $7 million? This woman kept saying that she pledged. And come to find out, obviously, you know, donation and the pledge, those are two different words. According to Amber Heard, she uses the word pledge and donation interchangeably, okay? I hope I have English teachers out there who can verify that those two are two different words. And she said, oh, she didn't donate, she pledge and donation, according to Amber Heard, is just one word, okay? She didn't do it because she's been sued. Then the counsel asked her, I said, okay, but you were sued 18 months after you said that you're going to pledge the money. So you had 18 months to donate the money before there was any lawsuit against you. How come you didn't pledge? How come you didn't donate the money? So to you know, Amber Heard never donated the money. She said she was going to donate, which she didn't. But when she was asked on the stand, instead of her just admitting, yes, I said I was going to donate, but I didn't, she's trying to go roundabout way. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to. Donation and pledge, those are two different things. If you said you're going to do it and you didn't do it, just say so. So that has been one thing that this woman was saying. And yes, you know, she's an actress. when her lawyers were asking her question, this woman just started crying on cue. And then when Johnny Depp's lawyer started asking her, she's back to normal immediately. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun. I've been watching it. I don't know, maybe I should do a video about it. But all in all, this is also one thing that I do, what I have seen. Whatever issues they had, whatever in their marriage, who knows, I wasn't there. But she's been questioned under oath, and I know that a donation and a pledge, those are two different things. And she said she was gonna donate. She never donated the money. So that's, you know, apart from other lies that were proven. And then there was another one, okay? She went to court to file for divorce. And somehow the TMZ were told what time she was going to be at the court. You know the stuff they do in Hollywood. What time they're going to be in court, and what type of pictures they need to take, because she had a bruise on her face. So lo and behold, there's a picture of Amber Heard in court, and with her publicist. And yes, she has a black eye. And you know, TMZ took the pictures and everything. Ladies and gentlemen, literally the next day after she filed her divorce papers in court, she is seen with her friend walking in the streets of California, all happy, not even a bruise on her face. Not even a bruise on her face. And their pictures. And when asked, I say, okay, this was taking, so like literally the bruise disappeared overnight. She goes, oh no, because I put on makeup. So when you went to court, you didn't put the makeup on it to hide the bruise. But when you are walking in the streets of Los Angeles, you put on makeup to hide the bruise. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. So another lie that you can actually clearly see. But all along, this woman, she's claiming that she's been abused, the whole 9 yards, okay? So obviously when she was, you know, the pictures you can see she's bruised, oh, you know what I mean? I'm sure back then people saw those things and they believed her story. But now when this story is tested under the court of law, you can actually see it. You don't even have to be you can just see the lies coming out of her mouth. So what is the moral of the story? People are going to tell you things. Yes, people might produce the so-called receipts that on face value it's going to look legit, okay? Because yes, there are pictures of her with a bruise whatsoever, her face, but the next day the same thing has disappeared. And when people ask, like, okay, so where did these pictures come from? Because you were in the house, it was just you and your husband. So how did TMZ get hold of those pictures? Does TMZ have cameras in your home? No, they don't. So where did the pictures come from? There was only two people. Either the pictures came from Johnny Depp or they came from you. It's just two people. And she says no, she doesn't know how TMZ got hold of the pictures. And the pictures were on it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what is going on when people lie on other people, especially when a woman lies against a man. And everything, what do they claim? Abuse, abuse, abuse. Okay? And they make it bad for people, for women who are actually being abused. And contrary to belief, people don't think that men don't get abused. Yes, they do. It's just like, you know, men might not talk about it because women, you know, we are emotional. We're always going to talk about it. We know how to do things in certain areas, so to speak, right? So, yes, in this case, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, it's the other way around. Johnny Depp is the one who was abused by this woman. As they are in court right now, today is the last day. I've watched it. From what I could see, when everything was questioned, put everything to the test, this woman is lying. Simple, she's lying. And obviously it's not a criminal case, it's a civil lawsuit, so it will just end in penalties and everything. But the case can be made. This woman, she lied under oath. She can be sued. She lied under oath. And the lawyer asked her as well, so this person said this, are they lying? She says, oh, I don't know, but this is what they say. So you either agree with their testimony or you disagree with it. There's no middle ground. Yes or no. Miss Heard, she could not give you an answer. So yes, there's a lesson that can be made. These are Hollywood superstars. You know, to my knowledge, none of them are Christians. But lying is lying. Okay? Lying is lying. This woman lied, and she lied under oath. She, you know, whatever, made up the stories. Because when they were put to the test, where more than 3 witnesses were put to the stand and the truth was tested, you could actually see that she is definitely lying. Of course, the jury are going to deliberate, the jury of her peers, and they're going to come with their verdict. Who knows what the verdict is going to be? But with everything where I'm sitting, what I have watched so far, nothing but lies coming out of this woman. Absolutely lies. And just because she's a woman, you don't have to believe, okay? You have to believe the truth, not because the person is a woman, not because the person is a superstar, no, for whatever the reason. You have to believe the truth. If she was telling the truth and Johnny Depp was lying, we have to believe her. But so far, everything that has been presented in the court, I can say beyond a reasonable doubt that this woman is lying. So, as I said, the moral of the story, she stated her case first and people believed her. She wrote her op-ed in Washington Post. I mean, Johnny Depp, you know what I'm saying? Yes, he lost some. He hasn't gotten a movie role ever since this op-ed came out. Okay, so I'm sure, you know, he was blacklisted somehow. But, you know, there's people at the court supporting Johnny Depp. But now the truth is gonna come out and people can see it for themselves, okay? So, as I say, people can show you their receipts. People can say whatever their story is. That is not be all the end all, okay? Just because everything is looking, you know, they're telling you their side of the story, okay? Oh yeah, you're gonna believe their side of the story, but you need to hear the other side of the story. So right now we've heard Amber's, we had heard Amber's story before. Now we've heard Johnny Depp's side of the story. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we've heard 2 stories. Right now we're just waiting for the jury to deliberate and to come back with a verdict. But anybody who's sitting in the courtroom, if you can hear, if you can follow the thing, you can see it for yourself. It's there as a matter of public record, should you wish to see and take as an example. Okay, and then, okay, so that is the Amber story. Okay, so the moral of the story is, just because people are showing you the so-called receipts, that doesn't mean that's the whole truth. Nothing but the whole truth. Okay, it's a good thing to show the receipts as your evidence, but the evidence can be cross-examined, as it was cross-examined in the court of law. There was nothing there. Nothing there. Then another story. Okay, today is just stories. Okay, we're in the stories. So Dwight McKissick is a senior pastor of a Cornerstone Church in Arlington, Texas, SBC pastor. And Tom Asko, who is running for the SBC president this year. They had a debate the previous SBC meeting, you know, talking about if a woman can preach on a Sunday when the church is an assembly. It's actually a good debate. I encourage you guys to watch it. So Pastor Tom Asko was saying whatever it was in the program, right? Saying like, oh, you know, this debate, Dwight McKissick wanted to change the terms of the contract, and Dwight McKissick took it to Twitter saying that Tom Asko slandered him because he also paid, right? Like it was $1,600, so they split in half. That way they could share, they could both have the same power, you know, as to whatever the debate is, okay? And he signed the contract. And so Dwight McKissick accused Tom Asko of slandering. Tom Asko said, I did not slander you. If you want, I can produce the evidence, the text messages, and the contract. And Dwight McKissick said, yes, please produce those things, and quickly. Then Tom Asko said, okay, just give me a minute. And Tom Asko, yes, produced the contract and the text messages. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not understand for the life of me why Dwight McKissick was asking Tom Asko to produce the evidence, and Tom Asko did it, and it's right there. You can see it with your own eyes. It was Dwight McKissick who signed the contract. After he signed the contract, wanted to change the terms of the contract. It's there. The text messages are there. The contract is there. Okay. So what is it they changed that Dwight McKissick wanted? After Dwight McKissick, Pastor Dwight McKissick, I beg your pardon. After Pastor Dwight McKissick had signed the contract, Sovereign Michael Fallon was in charge. They were the ones executing the debate, everything, right? So he was going to be the moderator and everything. He wanted to add in a moderator after the fact, after he had already signed the contract. And Tom Asko said, you know what, I prefer for us just to leave the things the way it was. Texting messages, I think Tom Asko was in Cuba, Michael Fallon was in Europe, so it was just everything is already done. Why are we making these changes? And lo and behold, Pastor McKissick took it upon himself to pay for a ticket for this so-called moderator, and telling Tom, oh, you know what, I took it upon myself, I paid for a moderator, I've already paid for the ticket, this person is going to be there. It was just like, how are you adding in somebody else after you've already signed in the contract? So Tom Asko was just like, okay, you know what, since they've already paid for everything, just let it be. Okay, so the person ended up being a showed up as a, I don't know whether the person was a timekeeper, was a you know, played a little bit role. According to Dwight McKissick, was disappointed because the person didn't play the role that he wanted. But the debate was, you know, it was good, excellent debate. If you could just see it, everything was handled properly. But what's my point on this story? Okay, Pastor Tom Asko did not slander Pastor Dwight McKissick as a matter of public record. Pastor McKissick accused Pastor Tom Asko of slander, and Pastor Tom said, I'm going to present everything as I said that you changed the terms of contract. I did not say anything otherwise, and everything is being produced. And you would think that now all these things have come out, that Pastor McKissick was going to say something about it. Crickets. Silent. I'm thinking, okay, at this point, Pastor McKissick should come out and say, I apologize, I misspoke, or whatever the case may be. He asked for evidence. Thomas was produced the evidence, and Pastor McKissick is quiet and silent. You see what I'm saying? What is my point that I'm saying? He asserted that he was slandered, and when the other party said, like, no, I did not slander you, this is what I said, and this is the evidence, right? So now you can see it for yourself, okay? You can see the text messages, what Pastor Tom said, and what Pastor McKissick said, and what the contract says. It's right there in black and white. So, but when Pastor McKissick said that he was slandered, people are just going to believe it, right? But when they, the evidence was produced, you don't have to take Pastor Tom's word for it. You can be a person who didn't even hear about it. You can just read what Pastor Tom said, read what Pastor McKissick said, and look at the documents. You can come to a reasonable conclusion. So that's another example, okay? So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Abahead trial. Let me know what your thoughts are. I know not most people be watching stuff like that. No, I like watching court stuff. Okay, I like watching court stuff. I used to like to watch court TV. I haven't watched it anymore. I think right now they've just lost it. I think YouTube has taken over. You know, there are lawyers who stream. People like to watch those, and they like to watch court TV. These people are having, I'm telling you, even 75,000 viewers at this, stuff like that, and court TV is having 9,000 viewers. Things have changed. Welcome to the world of the internet. So I don't know what we're going to call this. I don't know, being the know. I don't know if it is being the know. So there you have it. Okay. So, and I also like I like apologetics, because it gives you, like, you need to be able to give a defense, right, for the hope that lies within you. So, like, yeah, she was asked, Ms. Heard was asked to give a defense for whatever her situation. You know what I mean? And cross-examine. That's why even, it's actually a biblical precedence, right? You are to produce 2 or 3 independent lines of witness, okay? 2 independent witnesses, and they are supposed to be examined, cross-examined. Just because a witness says XYZ, that doesn't mean that's it. They need to be cross-examined, okay? The truth is going to withstand cross-examination. Lies will not. Lies are going to crumble. And Ms. Heard, I guess she forgot her story. She ended up saying something like, oh, she slipped up talking about the TMZ situation. It's been funny. But anyway, Christians were to be people of the truth. And the truth has to be examined. If you're lying, it's going to be seen. Okay, it's going to be seen. If you're telling the truth, you're not going to fear anything. You're not going to fear anything. So, cross-examination. Okay, and the person who's been accused has a right to face the accused. So if a person has been accused, they don't even have to say anything. They can keep quiet. The accusation, whatever has been brought before them, has to be enough to indict them, so to speak. Okay, has to be enough to indict them, so to speak. So I remember somebody was saying, I actually just like it, like when Jesus was being asked questions, right? He didn't say anything. Okay, he didn't say anything, because he was being accused. He didn't say anything. So those people who accused him, they were supposed to bring all the evidence and everything. So let those things indict him. So he chose to remain quiet. So you have a right to remain silent. That comes from the Mosaic law. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, something different. But tonight at 8:30 p.m. I have a special guest for you. So tune in. That way you can see, you can come and find out. We're gonna have a nice program tonight for you guys. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join in. We'll have a very nice I have a special guest for you guys. Just join in, okay? You get to meet the Pope of Polemics, as they call themselves, okay? From the Lolix of Polemics. Yeah. We're having a good brother tonight for a nice discussion, okay? So, all right, guys. Happy Friday to you guys. I hope you have a nice, wonderful day. I'll see you tonight at 8:30 right here. Be in the know. Let me know what your comments are. I don't know if you've watched this Amber Heard thing, okay? Just let me know. But hey, man, so that's my confession. I've been watching it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight. Until next time, remember to be